Hello, friends. I hope you're all doing well. Today, I would like to show you a new card deck that I got at Eclipse over Roswell. It is the Druid Animal Oracle deck. Before I open this up, I'm going to light a candle to hold our space and to set our intention. So I have this candle here. Have my incense matches. So let's open these up. Oops, I waited too long. That's okay. I'll just have to light another one. Waft the smoke around to clear, and as an energy exchange, call in any gods or goddesses, spirit guides or guards. So we have our candle. And we can open our deck. The back of the box says, "The Druids revered animals as sacred guides, guardians, and protectors." This beautifully illustrated deck draws wisdom from the wellspring of ancient Celtic tradition, and from it you can receive healing, strength, and guidance for your own life journey. The authors and artists are all members of the Order of Bards, Ovates, and Druids, one of the largest international Druid groups. introduction here. The cards, this says. And I'll read this to you. It says, wisdom of serpent be thine, wisdom of raven be thine, wisdom of valiant eagle, voice of swan be thine, voice of honey be thine, voice of the sun, of the stars. And that is a Scottish Gaelic blessing. So then we've got the different cards. And then at the back, how to use the cards. It's got information about asking your question, reversals, how to choose your cards. Here's a spread, a triune spread, interpreting the cards. And then looks like we've got some correspondences here, gift, quality, or ability. So it shows some correspondences. And it looks like that's it. But there's a full page for each card. So this is a nice little pamphlet, nice little book to go with this deck. Let's look at the cards themselves. So these are fairly big cards. They're nice and sizable. They seem like they would be, they're a good size for putting on an altar. And the first one we have there is Blackbird. Let's see what else. Oh, and there's a rune here. And we have a crescent moon. So I'm sure this symbolism plays into the meaning of the card. And we have Hind, Hind. I don't see a rune on this one. Stag. Bear. Looks like the borders are the same on all of them. Fox. I haven't seen runes on any except the first. Boar. Hawk. Dog. Looks like a wolfhound. Owl. Cat. Crane. Got a full moon here. Frog. Raven, Swan, Wolf, Adder, Eagle, Sow, Bull, Goose, Ram, Hare, Salmon, Bee, Otter, Cow, Horse, Wren, Water Dragon, oh, the border on this one is different. Some of the borders are different. We're getting into different borders now. I'm sure that's significant symbolism when I take the time to look. Earth Dragon, Air Dragon, Fire Dragon, Seal. Oh, we have a blank. We have another blank and another blank. So I'm assuming these can be used to create your own. They can probably also be read like a blank rune. So I'm going to shuffle these up. And if we draw one of the blanks, we'll treat it like it's a blank rune. We'll shuffle and I'll try. There's a spread in here that I'll try. Try and spread. So I'll do this one, and it says, to gain an overview of a situation and an insight into the reasons why it has arisen and its effects on both the emotional and physical level, choose 3 cards and lay them out like this. The first card represents the cause, dynamic, impulse, guiding idea, or motive behind a situation or event. The second card represents its effect at the emotional, social, or relationship level. The third card represents its effect at the physical level of manifestation in the body or the concrete, tangible world. So let's shuffle these up. intentionally shuffled these so that we won't have any reversals. So if one does end up reversed, it really means it. We have our first card, Adder. Snakes represent wisdom. The adder is also combative. So I'm seeing conflict here. Then we have boar. So wild boars are very intelligent. They're also difficult to hunt. For those of you who watch Game of Thrones, you'll know that the king in the first season was actually, well, sorry, spoilers, but the king was actually mortally wounded by hunting a boar. So these are very strong, dangerous creatures. Third card, we have Water Dragon. So, water represents emotions, spirituality, intuition. Dragons are mystical, the unseen, portals, gateways, wisdom. So we'll read what the book says about these as well. So the first card represents the cause, dynamic, impulse, guiding idea, or motive behind a situation or event. And these are not in alphabetical order, and they're also not numbered that I can see. Okay, so adder. And we have the Gaelic word for adder here with the pronunciation nair. Nair. Keywords: transformation, healing, and life energy. The meaning: nair offers healing and transformation. Its ability to glide into the darkness through crevices in the rocks connects it to the under or other world, the realm of death. It is the totem animal of the earth goddess and also the sky father sun god, and represents our ability to die and be reborn. The energy that enables us to be born on earth is sexual energy, but this also necessitates our death. Befriending adder or snake power will enable you to journey through life gracefully and magically, shedding your old life easily when the time comes, whether that old life be of physical body or of a stage in this present incarnation. So cause, dynamic, impulse, guiding idea, this is transformation. We are dealing with powerful, transformative energies right now. We've got a full moon. I'm doing this reading on the day of the full moon in Cancer. We've also got a stellium forming in just a couple days. This is big transformational energy, and whenever you're reading this, or whenever you're watching this video, if you're watching it, it might not apply to everyone at all times, but if you're watching it right now, you're seeing this for a reason. So there's a good chance that there is transformational energy going on in your life right now. You are dying to something. This isn't a literal death. It can be an ego death, or even just a death of an old way of thinking, or old patterns, the death of a relationship, or leaving a job or a career, or the death of an old role that you might have played. Maybe you're becoming an empty nester, and so your role as a parent has shifted dramatically. These are all forms of death and transformation. So that is our cause card. That is what is in the current. Boar is our second card. Let's find that one. Oh, there it is. So boar, the Gaelic word is torque. Keywords are warrior spirit, leadership, and direction. So the second card represents, let me look at that again. The effect at the emotional, social, or relationship level. So this is the effect of this death. Torque can open you to the warrior spirit, helping you to find your direction in life. A wild and powerful animal, he calls you into the forest to discover a secret about yourself and about the world. The ritual boar paths that exist in Wales, Cornwall, Ireland, and Scotland exist in the inner world too. And if you follow them, you will come face to face with an animal embodying the wild and untamed power that lives within all of us. Stare closely at him, and you will discover he is a representative of the goddess. His skin can heal you. He can inspire you to write music and poetry. His primal power can make you leader or chief. See if you can use your wildness and your energy for genuine acts of heroism in a world that longs for insight and healing. So, courage, healing. With death comes new life and healing. And this is definitely an inner transformation. So this is a really positive sort of outcome emotionally, socially. You might notice that as you die to certain aspects of yourself, or you transition, you're gaining wisdom to become something new, you feel called to be a warrior for those who don't have a voice. You might find that you're called to be a warrior within yourself on the inside, to really look at yourself honestly and to battle the demons within. This is definitely inner, intuitive energy, and it's that kind of courageous power energy. So the third card, Water Dragon. And the third card represents the effects at the physical level of manifestation. So if this represents the overall energies of what you're going through, death and rebirth, transition, gaining of new wisdoms, alchemical change, transmutation of pain, these are all kind of keywords for this card in this energy. And this represents a warrior healing kind of energy, a courageous exploration of the inner and outer worlds and how to make things better. So this is the sort of attitudes. Then how this all manifests in the external world is represented by Water Dragon. And the pronunciation here is Dreg Ushku. Feel free, if you know how to read this, to correct my pronunciation. The keywords here are passion, depth, and connection. Dregushku brings that which is hidden into the light of day. Oh, this is powerful. Memories and wishes which may have long lain forgotten or repressed in the unconscious may emerge to frighten or overwhelm you with their apparent negativity or destructiveness. Wow. Facing these experiences with compassion and courage will, in the end, bring you to an experience of greater depth of soul and a greater sense of connectedness to all life. Although you may at times feel overwhelmed with emotion, with time you will be able to achieve a sense of balance and stability as these strong feelings are integrated in your consciousness. Yeah, this is definitely powerful. When we're going through big transformation, a death of some sort in our own lives, or within our minds, a death of a way of thinking, and we feel called to action. A lot of times this might represent a spiritual awakening that you're going through, this adder, and it's making you feel called to action, called to be a warrior, a spiritual warrior. With this comes a lot of emotional overwhelm. And this isn't just emotion, it's spiritual. Our emotions and our spirit are intricately intertwined, and we feel spirit through emotion. So when we're called to make big changes, a lot of times it's difficult, it's challenging, and our emotions can become unwieldy. You might feel like you've got a water dragon wrestling you on the inside, but through really tapping into your subconscious, which this card deals with too. It talked about those inner worlds and goddess energy. This is the subconscious. This is diving into the mystic waters, and with the courage to do that, you can really confront this water dragon, confront your shadow, and really make peace with it, to accept and love every part of yourself. You might, with this sort of death, you might have always thought of yourself one way, and you come to realize, wow, I'm kind of vindictive, or wow, I have a passive-aggressive streak, and it's really easy to beat ourselves up as we go through this shift of understanding. But when we have the courage to really look at ourselves clearly, we can then use forgiveness and love and understanding with ourselves, to transcend those things, to embrace those things, without the need to condemn ourselves for them. Sometimes just the recognition of our own so-called negative qualities is enough to keep them from taking over our lives unconsciously. When we become conscious of something, we can break old habits and old patterns, and that is a big theme going on with this full moon in Cancer opposing this stellium, because we've got a full moon in Cancer. This is major lunar energy. This is it is that lunar goddess. And then on the other side, directly opposing, we have the sun in Capricorn, and then we also have Saturn and Pluto and Mercury and Jupiter all in Capricorn as well. So there is an opposition going on here of the really structured, really rigid parts of ourselves. The part of ourselves that says, I need to work hard to achieve what I want, is in direct opposition to this nurturing, really feeling part of ourselves that says, no, I need to feel good about the situation that I'm in. I don't want to act on impulse unless it feels right. So we've got some conflicting energies going on right now, and these cards are a great reminder to be gentle with ourselves, to tap into that lunar energy. The sun right now is going to have you thinking, it might have you kind of being hard on yourself for feeling very deeply. You might feel like you need to be moving, you need to be working harder. And if you, or you might be thinking that I need to be working harder, but it just doesn't feel quite right. There's a sense of conflict and opposition, and that's fine. Just remember to be very gentle with yourself. Consult your feelings, consult your intuition. Meditation is a great practice at this time. If you do any forms of divination or energy healing, you can really lean into those practices as you go through all of these changes that are coming up and that are going to continue. Really, this energy is going to follow us through half of this year, because this full moon in Cancer, it's also an eclipse. And whenever that happens, it means that energy will extend and be expanded for about 6 months. So we're going to be waiting in this kind of energy for about half a year. So really be gentle with yourself. We're going to be learning how to do a lot of self-nurturing and nurturing of others. This Cancer full moon is all about that, nurturing mother kind of energy. So remember to reserve some of that energy for yourself. You don't just have to take care of other people. So I hope that you have enjoyed this unboxing and little 3-card spread. So I hope that you've enjoyed this unboxing and little 3-card spread. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can contact me at inspiredparadigms@gmail.com. I will put that in the description for this video as well. And check out Eclipse Over Roswell on Facebook. You can get your own deck of these cards and many others from Eclipse. And I hope that you all have a beautiful, wonderful full moon and beautiful, wonderful stellium, and that you just remember to really lean into these energies and take care of yourself. So I will do some gentle sounds to close out this video. And if you like this video, you like my videos, please remember to like and share and subscribe. It really means so much to me. And I hope you all have a great evening, great rest of your day, and blessed be. Namaste.